Hello and welcome. You are joining us today in Hampshire, where we are at the headquarters of NATS, the UK's largest air traffic control company. We will be talking to Gavin Walker, who's their head of information solutions, and he has been overseeing a vast virtualization project, and he will be taking us through the nitty-gritty, talking about how he's managing to plan the change in culture and technology that entails. Hi there.
Hi.
Gavin Walker, head of information solutions at NATS. Very nice to meet you. You guys have been extremely busy recently. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your organisation, how big it is, the number of users you have, number of desktops, that kind of thing? Give us a bit of a background.
Hi there. Yes, NATS, National Air Traffic Services, we control all the aircraft that fly over the UK and the Oceanic, and have a large part of the UK airport business. Within IS, Information Solutions, within NATS, we manage all the business desktop stuff. We've got 5,500 employees within NATS, and roughly about 4,000 desktops, probably about 1,200, 1,300 of those being actually laptops. Within NATS, it's kind of a unique experience. We don't talk about users, we talk about customers, and our customers can be split up into roughly two big chunks. One is the operational people, so they're the people that actually do the controlling of the aircraft.
Very stressed people. Yes,
and very hard work people. But they're kind of unique in the IT world because they don't have a desk, they don't have a phone, they don't have a PC. Their office is sitting in front of the screens controlling the aircraft. So as a customer to me, then I describe them as a very light IT customer. So they use the IT whenever they come out in their breaks to actually get on and answer emails, communicate. They use some of the systems for briefing. And then they've got all the rest of the customers, the other 3,000 customers, heavily engineering, so very technical focused people, and a lot of office and admin people, like any other normal business.
The support function.
Yes, so that's the kind of the makeup of the customer base that I provide services to, and they're quite challenging because they're completely different.
Yeah, there's a lot of different requirements there. Yeah.
So from the chief executive right down, you've got the very different customers and the challenges in actually providing services for those people across the organisation.
So before this project, if you can just take us back in time a little bit, what was your setup like within NATS, culturally and technically?
The way in which we provided the service to NATS, Information Solutions, I describe as an IT-lite organisation. So within my team, which is only 35 people, we don't have any deep technical skills.
Okay.
So we rely very heavily on our outsourced suppliers to deliver that. So the IS team are very customer-facing, very customer-focused. Our primary objective is really to deliver good customer satisfaction, and we monitor that every month. We survey about a sixth of the organisation, and our customer satisfaction target was 95%, and we regularly hit above 90%, and that's with a sort of response rate of about 40% response rate each month. So they're very customer facing, but also have strong supplier skills management. And we apply that to deliver all the services to the organisation. So that's been very successful, and that's how we've had a lot of success with that. And that's in the midst of actually an infrastructure that's aging. So we have the 4,000 desktops are running Windows XP, Service Pack 3. We've got Office 2003, so Internet Explorer 7. So all the stuff that's kind of still in support, just about, but it's got a shelf life, yes. Yeah. So you've got a plan for what we're going to do and how we're going to tackle that. So whenever we looked at that of the sustainment activity for NATS, but we also in the backdrop looked at how are we going to leverage the next sort of benefits for the organisation and efficiencies in actually delivering services to the organisation. And we sat down and looked at that and came up with a vision which we've called our future workspace. Okay. And that very much at the heart of that is our virtualization project to actually deliver a virtualized desktop to the organisation.
So those are not not dissimilar drivers that many people out there will be facing. The kind
No.
of the aging infrastructure, the need to become more flexible.
So there was a clear point where you're faced with that. You've got 2013 for Windows XP. You've got to do something by then. So you've got to make a decision. Do you actually go and do what you did before, which was buy more hardware, put Windows 7 on it, package all the applications, and deploy it in what I call the classic style of doing it, or do you look at something else and try and leverage greater benefits from that going forward, from the support, the flexibility, and the agility that can offer the customers. And that's what we did, and we looked at that, and we've done an awful lot of work on identifying the solution, what benefits that would give, what the use cases would be to actually what benefits we could give to our customers in all the different scenarios that our customers use the technology. And from that, we've set on a set of applications and technologies to implement and deliver that.
Now you started out with the idea being to rationalise what you had and standardise. So how did you go about doing that? Did you have to do a whole big technology upgrade? Did you have to upgrade hardware, software, and look at your migration tools and so forth?
I think we've, in starting this to actually rationalise and provide that sort of standard desktop for people, we've tackled that quite a few years ago. Whenever we rolled out our current desktop. So we've taken an awful lot of the pain from our customers over the last 3 or 4 years by having a very locked down desktop, almost too restrictive at the very beginning, locked down on the application so people can't install things. So it's a very easy desktop and environment to actually support currently, and that's how we attain our good customer satisfaction, because it's supported very well. So that's a lot of the pre-work to actually doing this in the future, because you have to maintain that if you're going to do it in a virtual environment. You have to have that standardization approach. You can't let people go off and do themselves.
So culturally, NATS is already there. You guys are used to having, you switch it on and it's not got all my favourite games from home and I can't play. So on that side of it, your customers, not users, sorry, your customers are already used to that side of things.
Yes, they are. But one of the really great benefits of doing the virtual desktop, and ultimately leading on to bringing your own device or bring your own computer, but that will be facilitated with the virtual desktop, is you're actually creating much more freedom for the customers. So it's actually going to be a very easy sell to say, this is the way it was before. I can provide an even more secure environment for our data and for our applications and for our people to work, but I can actually give you the flexibility to do the things you want to. Because too many times, the way people live today is that they have their own laptop with their life on it, their iTunes, their photographs, everything else, and they want to take it. They take it everywhere with them, and they may be actually happier working on that in work than actually giving them some grey old laptop that we would issue them with. And why not? It's
why not?
indeed.